Alright everyone, time for another MRE lunch. With another US MRE here, we have Mexican style chicken stew. Menu 15. This is one I'm not hugely optimistic because I've had like Mexican chicken stew before. I had it made semi-fresh, Sodexo stock, when I was at UVM. I had it homemade when I was in Texas. That was good. And then from a can at one point, I think Progresso or something. The homemade stuff's good. It was excellent. The other ways, from a can or freeze-dried, presumably from Sodexo, no, not good. By the way, I know these have a peelable seal, but as with everything MRE, it's hit or miss as to whether it works. Let's see. Crushed red pepper again. Just like yesterday. You have this little thing. I don't really use these. I don't see that they're particularly necessary. Yeah, this will probably be a bit salty. 41% of your daily sodium. That's funny. It's not actually that many calories to the meal. It's 230 for the actual entree. That's not particularly a lot. Yeah. Mexican chicken stew. That's going to be kind of thick. I can already tell. Almost like clay. That'll be interesting. And this, yeah, never mind. So, standard crackers. No, not doing the cracker challenge today. Sorry. You got your accessories, which includes, hopefully, lemonade or something. Ration heater. You've also got chocolate hazelnut cocoa beverage powder. Ooh. Now that is something that I want to try at some point. I'm going to save that aside, though. Don't worry, I'll do all of these things in a future video. Cheddar cheese pretzels. Good. Mixed fruit. Okay, so you get a second pouch in this one. I'm sure that's in heavy syrup. Ooh, cheese spread with jalapenos. And this time it feels like the spread is actually proper. Like as in not like orange and kind of gelatinous. This feels like cheese spread is supposed to feel, I think. That'll be good. I hope there's a lot of jalapeno in it though, or else I won't be able to taste it much. A chocolate bar. First Strike nutritious energy bar. I might skip that because I'm not hugely into sweets. Cocoa is one thing, but I'm not hugely into sweet foods for the most part. What kind? Ooh, raspberry type 3. Tear here. Raspberry beverage powder. I'm hoping that that's as good as I'm expecting. I like the color. Yeah. Now it's a Marilyn Manson drink. Big in the news at the moment. He's got Me Too bullshit against him. Do I believe it? I don't see any proof of the allegations. I see a lot of people assuming that there's proof simply because allegations have been made, though. I'm not so sure about that. I think some people might eat their words. So yeah, we'd be tying into those. Cheese spread, crackers. Let's get this ready first. Will it tear? Yeah, it tore this time. Yes, that's what you want. Mexican chicken stew. For some reason, this pouch looks a little bit different. Yeah, see, it's slightly larger. It's a little bit larger and thicker than the normal entree pouches. It's odd because it has less calories than usual. It's also kind of weird on the back, like almost rounded. Yeah, I don't know. Who fucking gives a shit? Anyways, do this last time and slip it in. Hopefully, because it's bigger, I'm assuming I'm going to have to... Here, let me do this preemptively. Because once it starts steaming, you want to get it in there fairly quick. Okay, make sure that yeah, okay. You want to make it fairly... You got to sit there and prepare the entree by folding it around. I don't know why this isn't in the standard kind of pouch. It's a lot easier. They need to have a different flameless ration heater, I guess, for this particular entree if they're going to keep doing that. I don't know why it looks different. I have no answer for that. All right, this is important. Give it back. Okay. Get in there. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Which side's the top? Oh, I think I curled that around the wrong way. Well, it's too late now. Too late now. It'll heat anyway. It doesn't matter if it's hot. It's still edible either way. That one's working well. Provide plenty of heat. Okay. I am intrigued by the idea of cheese spread with jalapenos. That's a nice comfy sound, by the way. Tear at corner. Will it tear? Oh, this time it actually worked. Yeah, see that? This cheese spread looks fairly normal. Oh yeah, we gotta use our tray. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna try to give you a hiss, as always with these crackers. Oh, it's on this side. Come on. Okay, you might have heard that, you might not have. These things, though, it's hard to get them to tear in such a way that you don't damage the side of the cracker when you rip it down on the side. And then sometimes it won't continue to easy tear at all. It's this plastic lining on the inside, which is semi-problematic. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, I guess. By the way, it's funny, there's 170 calories in this, but there's only however many, what was it in here? 230 in the entree. You're getting almost as many calories from this, and with the spread more than from the actual entree in this particular meal. Not exactly sure why. I'm making a mess already, and I'm unrepentant about it. In the office, I am allowed to make a mess as long as I clean it up. Eventually. How jalapeno-y is it? Good spread. Not noticing any heat yet. Maybe you have to eat one of the little jalapeno bits. We'll figure it out. Yeah. They should really give you two things to spread and cut out the fucking dessert on these. Savory is going to be better than sugary. You can give someone the first strike bar, gives them energy for 10 minutes, then it wears off. I guess I'd rather have more cheese spread. All right, we're going to try the jalapeno cheese spread. I'm going to give you the flavor rating and then also, if there's any heat in it at all. Taste is pretty standard. It's like a 5 out of 10 spread. Totally standard. I can't detect. There's maybe a 1 out of 10 heat on that. That's disappointing. I guess I was hoping that there would be more heat than that. I'm not. Again, I wasn't hyping myself up about it, but you could make it hotter. The U.S. military. You could probably double the heat on this, and it'd be comfy. Some dudes, they don't want any heat at all, like black pepper's too much for them. That's fine. They can always trade this out for some peanut butter or something. If they're using MREs, it's a group experience generally, so they're not going to have a problem. Yeah. It's not as good. And having a little bit of kick to it helps. For some reason, it tastes like the cheese spread itself is slightly different than the main cheese spread too, if that makes sense. Like, not just because of the jalapenos, but it has a more artificial flavor than the other cheese spread that I've had. Okay, it's warming fairly well. It's bizarre. It's alright. Nothing wrong with it. I probably wouldn't bother trading it out. Now, this is not actually blood or demon juice. It's raspberry. The same thing, I know. That's good. It's better than the lemonade. It's better than the orange one I've had too. Yeah. Cheddar cheese pretzels. It's funny because they've itemized this meal to make it seem like a a corny, phony Mexican experience. So they put jalapenos in the cheese spread and give you cheddar pretzels. A little bit of stereotyping by Uncle Sam. Of course, easy open. Easy open. As usual. Let's see. Now, we had excellent pretzels the other day. The best non-entree component I've ever had, actually, in an MRE. So today, we're trying something different. Cheddar cheese pretzels. They look more actual pretzel-y than the other ones. The other ones didn't have that normal, like, brownish-orange pretzel sheen to them. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, they're cheese-filled, actually. Okay, that's good. Thumbs up. 7 out of 10 on that one. That's good. Not as good as the other one with the honey mustard and the onion. Oh my god. That was amazing. But this one's good. It's serviceable. Nothing wrong with it. I almost want to put the crushed red pepper on this just to give it more heat. Let's try that. Nobody ever tried to claim that I was sane. Hey, how about I snort this in a public place and then people look at you funny because, of course, they think you get COVID. Yeah. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I don't want to pull it apart completely. But I mean, it's not going to give you much heat. Standard red pepper. Achoo, achoo. All right, bon appetit. Now that it's probably 2 out of 10 and spicy now. Doesn't really change it, I guess. I need to bring back those little tiny half-ounce Tabasco things to these meals. That'll improve morale. You can buy those, by the way. I've got one of those in Amsterdam. You get them in the store. They come in these great big boxes and shit. Or like a normal person who's not, you know, obsessed with MREs and just get a regular jar, I guess. Hey, if there's any military dudes out there who see this, are you allowed to like purchase like a regular jar of hot sauce or something and bring it with you when you're going out, you know, off in the desert or the jungle somewhere to do training? Like, you know, in a situation where generally you're using MREs as opposed to you have a mess hall there. Can you, like, bring your own sauce, so to speak? It's only, like, you know, a 5-ounce jar or something. I would assume like that, or having, like, multiply toilet paper probably be the biggest boons person out in the field. Oh, Bob. Well, I guess the crushed red pepper gives it a slight kick. That's not enough to compensate. What a disappointment. I was looking forward to that because, you know, I wanted a little... We're going to have a massive snowstorm pretty soon here. I need to store up some warmth beforehand. I'm going to skip the fruit. We all know what that's like. It's just in heavy syrup. Let's see. Give that about 1 more minute. It's heating. The top part of it's not quite as hot as I'd want it, and the bottom part's probably going to be a little hotter, but I'll mix it around with our trusty spoon. Get it working. It'd be funny if the power goes out due to the snowstorm or the blizzard we're going to have. Yeah, I can have hot food anytime. I still got 6 MREs in the other room. I can't lose. That's when you turn your little handheld radio on. Put it on the top radio station. Sit there in your helmet and LARP. It's a cozy time. There was one time, years ago. Was it 2014 or something? Power was out most of the time for 4 days. It was out totally for a day and a half. Came back on for about an hour. Went back off overnight. Came back on and kept sputtering for a while. There were like 100,000 people in the state without power. I can't remember. It was a huge winter storm. I had a great time. I had MREs. That first morning, you know, with 4 layers on, because it was also like 20 degrees, I was sitting out there brewing MRE coffee with hexamine tablets. Talk about a good time. Oh my God. All right. At this point, will it easy tear this time? Oh, no. Yeah, see, that's the problem. The second easy tear, if it makes contact with any part of this, it won't actually easy tear. You have to make your own easy tear, usually. The biggest problem with the flameless ration heater design. Oh, that's right, I didn't get a paper towel to wipe this off with. Yeah, that's reasonably hot enough. That'll be fine. All right, well, do I have an unused tissue? Oh, yes, I do. Good. Try to keep those around sometimes. Improvisation. Make it kind of moist. Alrighty. Let's see what we're working with. Again, I'd use the easy tear line, but they never work, so fuck them. I'm assuming they can't make it too easy tear because then the entree potentially, if they did that, could be compromised. So that's, again, yeah, let's scallop my thumb a little bit more. It's so gelatinous, if it lays down for a second, it's not going to spill. I like the smell. I really like the smell of that. It doesn't look like much, but let's see how spicy it is. If it's not spicy enough, I'm going to add the red pepper, I think. Again, I'm not sure why they changed out the good old Tabasco for that. To punish Louisianans. They backed the wrong political party, and the military said, fuck you. Alright, some chicken. Perfectly heated, yeah, it was fine. Mmm. Okay. That's way better than I expected. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm glad that they added the corn. You can never add enough to such a thing, by the way. No heat in it whatsoever. It's got a sweet savory to it. So it's red pepper time, I believe. Oh, yeah, get in there. Yeah, just that whole thing. I'm sure that that's fairly common. Again, the biggest problem with this ration, if you're getting Mexican style food, like in the US mine, typically that's associated with spiciness, jalapenos and shit. So when you give the soldiers cheese spread with jalapenos, I say, wow, it'll be spicy. Joke's on you. And my assumption is there would be some spiciness in here, just a little bit of a zing. There's no zing at all, literally none. See how the red pepper improves it. Probably not by a huge amount, but okay. It adds the slightest overtone of something spicy existed here 1,000 years ago. It's good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 flavor-wise. Respectable. No. Yeah, even the whole packet of crushed red pepper gives it like a 2, maybe out of 10 in spicy. By the way, homegrown pepper is spicier than the ones you get in stores. Just so everyone out there is aware of that fact. Some of you probably weren't aware. You are now. You can see, well, I mean, if it would autofocus, you could see anyway. Come on. There we go. Oh, wow, focus for once. Little bits of corn and shit. And some of the crushed red pepper. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of the taste of pepper, by the way. I much prefer like a Tabasco, or curry is the best, I think. It's alright. Oh. Well, my initial pessimism was unwarranted with regards to the entree. But with everything else, like the pretzels, okay, they're good. They're not as good as the honey mustard onion ones. The drink is great. The spread it's got a good flavor. It's just there's really no spiciness in there. The whole point adding jalapenos, why would you add jalapeno to anything unless it was to spice it up? If you're adding so little that there's no spiciness to it, just give them cheese spread. You bigoted stereotyping bastards putting the jalapeno cheddar spread in the Mexican meal. I gotta give the flavor props though. They got that nice. I'm surprised it doesn't taste saltier. I expected to have sort of a saltiness. You taste more of the sweet and savory. It is salty, but somehow they balanced it. I don't know. Oh yeah. I am enjoying it though. I'm not gonna lie. Not as good as the vegetarian lasagna. Better than the MRE I had yesterday with the fettuccine. They should preserve this. Hold on. They should do one of two things with this MRE. Bring back the little Tabasco sauce things instead of this crushed red pepper bullshit. I don't know why they changed that. Or put more spice in the entree. Or especially, even if you don't do that, put more spice in this. So they'll take it and they'll dissolve it into the stew. Or something. Probably be pretty tasty. I should have done that. That is good. It's thicker than the sort of chicken soup Mexican style that I've had. Including the thickened home style variety. This is thicker. The only other bitch about the MRE is this packet is totally different from normal. Again, it's taller, it's slightly wider, and its sides for some reason are like dented here, and it's different. Like one side of the packet it bows out because it's wider than the other. I can't explain it. I don't know why it was designed that way. I don't know. I guess maybe you're supposed to peel the top part off and sit it down like a little tray because it's a thick like a stew. I guess. I should probably explain that to the troops though. Like fucking, I'm hungry. How do I eat lunch? Oh, here's your 10-page manual. It's only cost $10 million to produce it by Uncle Sam. So yeah, entree 7 out of 10, very good. No spiciness in it, unfortunately. I want to give the jalapeno cheddar a 6. But I'm not sure I can get away with that because there's no spiciness in it. If it weren't for the crushed red pepper, arguably it'd be more bland than the ratatouille, I think, with the celery salt. Yeah. Overall, though, good. Yeah. I had a happy lunch. That's about all. Peace out.